Shalom, La Bachayariyam Shal Yashala. Peace be to the elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans of the 1/3, which starts with the 144,000 prophets, Hanabayayim, which are all men, and of course the rest of that 1/3 remnant, which are men, women, and children, which shall believe in the words of the prophets, which the prophets speak the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, which they are moved through the Ruach Kodash, which is the Holy Spirit. Call Halayim La Alahayna Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Bashem Ruach Kodash. All praises to our power Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Bashem Ruach Kodash, which Yahweh is the true, almighty, and powerful name of the Heavenly Father, who the world ignorantly calls God, and his only begotten Son's name is Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. That, of course, is their pure names in the Paleo Hebrew, in the Lashon Kodash, alright, which has been returned to us Hebrew Israelites, those who acknowledge our heritage and acknowledge our power, which is Yahweh and his Son Yahweh Shai, our powers. Of course, I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone, who were well. Shinya Kabbat La Shalayach Yamnawa was a Quanyam Shal Yashala. Or Zaquanium Nawasakia. Which I just said Shinya meaning double. Kabad is honor. Shalayach is apostles, and Nawa makes it our, and Yum makes it plural. So our apostles and elders, which is the Zaquanium, and of course Nawa makes it our at Great Millstone. It's at God Wall Rakab, alright. But you have it great, and you have a stone, or wheel, alright, millstone, which we are grinding this place to powder with this word. Is the barium are these words. Of course, Shalom V'Chesed La Bachayariyam, the elect of the nation of Israel. Shemya Mafa from Great Millstone Plaintables Camp. My name is Mafa from the Great Millstone Plaintables Camp, located here by Ayar in the city of Philadelphia, Baba Ball in Babylon, which is America, coming again with another Lamadium Math lesson of truth, which you have here this July 4th, which just passed. It was a few days ago, 2 days ago, and it's currently Saturday, a wee bit afternoon, and July the 6th, which on July 4th, America celebrates their wicked so-called independence from the British Empire, which we know that's nothing but a farce. Alright, America's nothing but a corporation, and America came out of the British Empire anyway, and they still have connection, alright, with Great Britain, due, of course, the beast, NATO, and the EU. Okay, which Great Britain is one of course, the EU and NATO allies. Alright, so let's go into this wee article. It says this July 4th had everything: tanks, Trump, and scandal. QAnon mega baby Trump balloons descended on the nation's capital before a display of military pageantry or paganary or tree, Slakia, if I kind of pronounce it correctly. And we have a wee video from RT News, which has let me disable the sound. You say the tanks in the streets, military vehicles shot. All right, in DC ahead of July 4th. You just have some of the images of the tanks, and this being tanks and fences is going to be in all these military vehicles and such. This is going to be a common sight, for you Israelites here in America and abroad, when of course this Jacob's trouble, Yaquab Tazarah, which Yaquab is Jacob in the Hebrew, which Jacob is the 12 tribes of Israel. Actually Jacob being the forefather of the 12 sons of Yasha'al of Israel, all right, which Jacob's name was changed to Israel later after wrestling with the angel. And you are the Lord's chosen people, and the time which we're coming in, the time of Jacob's trouble, that distress is coming to bring forth a final Mashapatium judgment to, of course, do 2/3. All right, but of course, the elect will be amongst that, and will of course have to endure and be in the midst of this destruction which is coming. All right, which this will be just a light thing. This is just some of the carnal things which Esau Edom has in his arsenal: tanks and these various you see these various vehicles and such, lorry trucks, and artillery, which we're gonna get into this article, and Lord willing, this isn't a long lesson, Lamadium, or teaching. Let's read. It says, after 2 years of trying, President Donald Trump finally got the military pageantry he had desperately wanted. It says the annual 4th of July celebration in Washington, D.C., a parade, a concert, and fireworks, features tanks, fighter planes, so that's also, and Trump himself. It was called a salute to America, but it looked more like a salute to Trump. Which Trump is nothing but an emperor. That's what he claimed to be, what, the commander-in-chief. All right, so he's nothing but an emperor. All right, really, he's president. It says, who made a rare address for a president on Independence Day on the Lincoln Memorial, from the Lincoln Memorial. It's in a rain-soaked, so it's pissing a crowd around the Lincoln Memorial, chant it U.S. U.S., and the Air Force One flew low over Washington as Trump strode up to the podium, which you can visualize the pride on this man, this Edomite, which they are the wicked. Okay. While water ran down in the front of his bulletproof glass enveloping the podium. It says he opened his remarks with, "Hello, America, hello. Today we come together as one nation." And this is a part of that whole new world order. They want everybody to be one people. All right. He told the crowd he was divided by a fence that kept VIP guests separated from ordinary spectators. It says Trump stuck to the script, delivering his speech with the signature stilted teleprompter cadence, talking listeners through high points in American history, the greatness, and acknowledging special guests like Apollo 11 flight director. It says Jen Krantz on civil rights hero Clarence Henderson. We're going back to the moon very soon, and someday soon we will plant the American flag on Mars, Trump promised Krantz. And this is perfect history in the scripture, which we'll get that here in the book of Ibadiah, or by Hasapar, in the book of Ibadiah, which is Ibad means servant, and Yahweh. So Obadiah the prophet, he of course is a servant of Yahweh, which we come in that stead of Obadiah, and Obadiah most likely is here in the regeneration, all right, back in the flesh. Alright, so this is the book of Ibadiah, chapter 1 and 1. And it reads here, it says, the vision of Ibadiah, thus said the Lord Yahweh, concerning Edom Adawam, alright, which is the wicked, okay? It means red, alright? You have the people that are ruling over the entire earth. They are the Edomites, okay? Trump is an Edomite. He's from that house of Edom, okay? The earth is given a hand of wicked, as you read in Job 9:24. Alright. It says, we have heard a rumor from Yahweh, and ambassadors sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. It says, behold, I have made thee small again among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. And everybody, of course, hate, of course, or Shana Babal, America, for all its wickedness. You can see with all of these different nations, especially being Iran at the time, China, and these various other EU nations, even them, all right, are despising America, especially Trump, all right, because of what? Because of all of the various forms of reproach that comes with being of Edom, okay? Which they, of course, come in the stead of being deceitful of Satan, okay? They are Satan, the physical counterpart on this earth, all right? Which y'all get this Pequod. We're going to go to the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 41 and 7. And let's pull it up real quick. Ecclesiasticus 41 and going to verse 7. And Lord willing, also I can pull up this this other thing. You had actually these various protests which occurred during this whole this July 4th celebration and such. You had a baby blimp of Trump. You had other protests which was within DC, okay? A tale of different celebrations, which you to get the full story, you thinking it's just all celebrating. It says here, I'm gonna read this in Slovakia. This freaking foolish thing is being Satan. Alright, so being an enemy adversary. It says July 4th. Let me see. I'm just gonna pull up in another article, another site, the whole ad blocker thing. Let me see what we got. I'm just gonna choose different articles. Yeah, Fox News. I prefer a different news outlet. I could use this one. Let me see. They got. Man, I wish I had something better. I know I have something better in my other. Alright, so we're just gonna use what we got. Slovakia. This isn't showing anything. Trump's 4th of July speech inserts politics and protests into national celebration. This isn't showing anything. You got all these different. Yeah, I'm gonna just try this one. New York Times. bear with me. Kawa Hakim, which means wait. It says on the side of the mall, 4th of July revelers listened to Carol Knight. On the other side, they heard the president's salute. This isn't showing anything. I mean, it's showing like some of the different things. You got bombers and such flying over, and you see here, this is perfect right here. This is a perfect image here. All right. And then there's this article. The article that I have is it speaks about these different negative statements, which was spoke of about that whole it was a washout. Let me see. Let me see. It was a washout, and it was a bunch of negative statements. Yeah, I can't even find it at this time, but because of the rain. Yeah, you don't get nothing in this Google search engine. That's just Satan. It was because of the rain and such. I mean, there was really not that many people that actually showed up for it, and then there's also protests and such. So Slakia, we'll just stay on point with the scriptures. Let that be the header of obviously of everything. Anyway, this is the book of Ecclesiasticus in Apocrypha, chapter 41:7. Which reads, it says, the children will complain of an ungodly father. And Esau, Edom, his children, all right, Bunyam, all right. They, of course, are all Edomites, okay. They have, of course, the stock of Edom. So they going, of course, have an ungodly father. And Esau is ungodly totally, all right. His history, when you go into it, he, of course, hasn't been nurtured under lost statutes commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. He's a bastard, okay, being fatherless. All right. It says, because they shall be reproached for his sake. That's why, of course, a lot of people hate, okay, being so-called claimed as Caucasian, all right, and especially the term of being white, okay, because really they're just Edomites, okay. That's what you go into it. And they, of course, receive reproach because all these things are being exposed at this time. Okay? Going on, it says here, it says, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, back in Obadiah, chapter 3, or really verse 3. It says, the pride of thine heart has deceived thee, that thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Or who shall bring me down to the ground, right? Which, as we know, eagle, all right, of course, its habitation is up and high, all right, and it looks down, and it's, of course, a predator, all right. And these Edomites, all right, they have the pride, like onto, you have these eagles and such, very, look very arrogant, such. All right, it says, though thou exalt thyself as an eagle, all right, and though thou set thy nest amongst the stars, which they have the various satellites up there, and they went to, of course, they went out to outer space, but they, of course, they will never go to Mars, and they never went to the moon, all right. And hopefully Esau doesn't censor that, all right, the video, because of that statement. All right, but anyway, you have it. They have went and set satellites there, which was mentioned. They mentioned their various accomplishments, which was written here in the scriptures. They were prophesied in the scriptures before they did it. All right, they set their nests among the stars. Thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. And of course, you had them go up, and since, of course, then. They went out, I believe in, you go into the whole Apollo missions and stuff. you have it, of course. Then, of course, when the Lord, of course, raised up Abba Bibbins, and then that, of course, basically showing the downfall of Esau Edom in the 70s and such. When you go into it, all right. It says, now let me see. I'm gonna go forth and go back to this article and then go out and bring out some more stuff. So that's prophecy that they would do that. Just wanted to bring that point up. It says the speech also a lengthy tribute to their armed forces and timed flyovers over various aircraft. At a point, Trump, who received a 5 deferment from Vietnam, encouraged young people who are listening to join the military and to make a great statement in life, and you should do it. Why, of course, would they tell you to join the military? Because they have, of course, war, which is World War III, on hand. All right, which is prophesied in the scriptures. All right, we're basically we are basically in it. Okay, in a Cold War fashion, but you're gonna see where it's gonna be fuel and fire. It's gonna be nuclear missiles. All right, destruction. Okay, abroad. Okay, and I want to speak on this other point, which I'll just pull it up. This is gonna be the book of Isaiah, chapter 31, or Yeshaya, chapter 31, and starting at I'm going to start here at verse 3. It says, "No, the Egyptians are men and are not God." All right, which these Edomites are likened onto being Egyptians. They are the modern day Egyptians. Why? Because they, really, because when you go into it, you go to Revelation 11, and 8. Okay. Revelation 11 and 8, it says, "And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city," which is America, and that's the dead bodies of the Israelites which have wandered out of the way of understanding, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt. So America is called is spiritually Sodom and Egypt, all right, where also our Lord was crucified. So because this being Sodom and Egypt, you can get the understanding. It says, "Now the Egyptians are men," all right, which these Edomites, all right, they of course are what? The elite of them are the modern day pharaohs. Okay, and you can go into it, this being Babylon and such. These elite, all right, and all of these various Illuminati, so-called light, which they call themselves bearers of the light, all right, having the wisdom to see in the dark. Okay, these nobles and such, they are nothing but witches. All right, Chaldees and such. Okay, sorcerers, witches, warlocks. Okay, so now the Egyptians are men and not the power, the Most High. It says, "In their horses, flesh and not spirit." They're different horses, their power, your cars, your tanks, and all of that. Okay, it's not but a carnal being. Okay, a carnal vessel. It says, "Not spirit," not la'aracha. It says, "When Yahweh shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fail, and he that hoping shall fall down, and they shall fall together." Because you go into it, our people, they actually trust within the whole system, all right, which this whole Babylonian, Neo-Babylonian system, which Esau Edom pushes. Okay, with all of the various benefits which is granted, okay, to our people, and they eat them up. Like it says, and then you go into verse 31 and 1, it says, "Woe," meaning destruction, "to them that go down to Egypt for help, and stay on horses and trust in chariots." All right, it's their chariots, right? The chariots would be what? A chariot back in the day will be what? You have your horse, your buggy, okay? and you have your actual army. Okay, so these chariots, you can liken that to a tank because they are many. Okay, and they're and horsemen because they are very strong, which the scriptures explain itself. Slakia, it says, but they look not unto the Holy One of Yasha'Allah, neither seek Yahweh. All right, and our people don't seek Yahweh. They of course trust in the military. They trust in this whole system. Okay, 2/3 of them trust in this whole setup when it's against them. All right, when they don't understand that what the Lord is actually bringing to this earth through these actual Edomites. Okay, let's go into this. This is the book of Revelation chapter 6, and starting at 4, it says here, and there went out. Actually, I'm gonna start at 3. It says, and when he had opened the second seal, I heard a second beast say, these are angels, okay, say, come and see. And there went out another horse that was red. Horse represent power. All right, and this horse that was red is Esau. All right, Edom. All right, which means red. It says, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. It says, and that they should kill one another, and there was given to him, unto him a great sword, which we know that Esau is the sword of the Most High, which you can, there's various Baquad to go to. You have, that you go into by that sword I shall live in the book of Genesis chapter 27, I believe around like 40, if not 40. And I'm just going to bring out this particular precept. This is the book of Psalms chapter 17 and 13. It says, arise, O Yahweh, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which we know the wicked is Esau Edom, which is thy sword. To know the wicked, who's that wicked. All right, and this is a milk, all right, chalab pequadium precepts, milk scriptures, but these are very heavy kabad. All right, because it's so much truth in it. All right, so much. It's said here. So this is prove Esau is the wicked. Malachi 1:4 says, wherein Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus said Yahweh of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. They shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people whom Yahweh had indignation forever. All right, they're the border of the wickedness. Wherever they go, they do wickedness. Okay, so of course they will, being that given that power, which is given by Isaac, Yatazaquak, all right, which Esau was a son of Isaac, but he's not of the chosen line. Okay, he's not Yaiquab. They're the wicked. Okay, so you have it that they're going to be destroyed. All right, the Lord is bringing them down. All right. Let's go further. All right, or go back to where was he? Revelation 6:5. It says, and when he had opened the third seal, I heard a third beast say, come and see. And I beheld, and lo, a black horse, and he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand. Verse 6. It says, and I heard a voice in the midst of the fourth beast say, I'm a measure of a wheat for a penny. Actually, let me skip down because I just want to go to the point. Which verses 8, it says, and I looked, and I behold a pale horse, and his name that sat on was Death, or sat on him was Death. All right, this pale horse is the destruction. All right, you have the Jacob trouble, the distress. All right, this hell breaking loose. All right, Sha'awah. All right, and death and Sha'awah followed him to grave, and power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth to kill with the sword. and with hunger, and with death, and with beasts of the earth. And then, of course, this time that we coming into, all right, this Jacob trouble is going to really bring forth a lot that you haven't ever seen before, all right, which encapsulate all this, what you see, death and hell, all right, a lower state, all right, hell, shot wall, the kill, hunger, famines, all right, all of that, that's all within it, all right. So let's go to the book of Daniel's. Book of Daniel's. Give me a wee moment. Is that Daniel's or Danya Allah in the Hebrew? Daniel's 12. I'll just put it in 12. It's Daniel's 12 and 1. It says here, and at that time shall Micah Allah, or I think it's Micah Allah, if you're in the Hebrew. All right, Maya Ka Allah. All right, Micah Allah. All right, shall stand up the great prince, which is an angel, one of the chief angels, right? The great prince which standeth up for the children of thy people, talking about the Israelites, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to the same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one shall be found written in the book. All right, so there's going to be a time, all right, a time of trouble, all right, a time of trouble. Ith Tazarah. Let's see if I can find that in the Hebrew. Ith Tazarah. Ashar. After. Right? In Hebrew we have it. And you have la'ah, no. Alright? You know, I mean, that's basically it, what I'm going to go into at this time. Alright, so there's going to be a time, which is Ith, Tazarah, after, which is Ashar. Alright, La'ah, and then you could go further from there. Alright, we'll do it in another lesson. Slaki, I got notification. And it's when you read the time of this time of trouble, it's also written here in the book of Jeremiah. I think it's like either Jeremiah 30 or Jeremiah. Let me see. I'm just gonna put it in, as I like to say it, Jacob's trouble, or Yaquab's Chazarah. Okay. Jeremiah, let me see, it didn't come up. Man, this thing is so bad. Let me close one of these tabs too. Yeah, this is crazy. Let me close this. This is going a wee bit slow. Alright, and then we're gonna pull this up. Jeremiah 31. Alright, it's either 30 or 31. I'm gonna try 30. Yeah, it's Jeremiah 30:7. It says, "Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Yaquab Tazarah, but he shall be saved out of it." All right, and the elect is gonna be saved out of that. Okay, that distress. But of course, they're gonna have to go through it. The chosen of the nation of Israel is gonna have to go through it, but they're gonna be saved from it. All right. Let me look up that word for save. You had the word save, which is Yeshai. All right. Which Yahweh Shai, Yahweh's son. His name in Hebrew. All right. Yahweh Shai. You at the end, so Yeshai, which Yahweh Shai, Yah meaning he, and Hawashai, Ha means the, and or Hawashai means deliverer. All right, so you have it there. Yeshai means to be saved or delivered. All right, and that's the elect that's gonna be saved out of it. All right, they're gonna have to go through these dangerous times. All right, written all over the scriptures. All right, let me get another, since we're talking about these this martial law type of state, and that being the actual climate of the time which you'll be in. I'll bring out this is I think it's Zechariah 14 chapter. This is Zechariah chapter 14, starting at the verse 1. It says, "Behold, the day of Yahweh cometh," right, that day of the Lord, "and thy spoil shall be divided in the midst of thee. For I will gather all nations against Jerusalem," which is a nation of Israel as a whole, all right, to battle. So all nations, as you see, is going to be coming against, obviously, the Israelites, as they all have been doing, but this is going to be during this time of all hell breaking loose. It says, "And the city shall be taken, and the houses rifled, and the woman's ravished." So you're, of course, going to have invasion by these various troops. Okay, they're going to come in tanks and all of that too. With the martial law state being, that whole state of emergency. All right, being declared, national security declaration. All right. There's going to be terror everywhere. It says, "And half the city shall go forth into captivity, and the residue of the people shall not be cut off from the city." All right. You had that residue. You have it. That elect. All right. The elect, that remnant, is going to be saved out of this. Okay. It says in Yahweh, it says, "Then shall Yahweh go forth and fight those nations as when he had fought in the day of battle." All right, and that's basically it. What I'm gonna bring in that scripture. Let me see. Let me go into some other. I'm gonna go into that book of Ezra too. But this is the spirit. It's currently raining, which the rain actually, this reminds me of this destruction of missiles that will come to this place. It's like rain coming down on the ground. All right, this is second Ezra chapter 15, starting at 1. All right, I'm gonna start here. At the top it says, "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, said Yahweh." The Lord gave us this truth, this word to preach. It says, "And it calls them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true." All right, so it's they're faithful and true. All right, faithful being Amawana, right, which means faithful or faithful actually, and Amath, everything word of the Lord has been tried in the furnace, purified 7 times, roughly paraphrasing. It says, fear not the imagination against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. And many people, of course, even including our own people, primarily speak against us having this knowledge. They don't believe that these prophecies will happen. Okay? But they will. And the prophecies are speaking at this time. Alright? It says, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Alright? So their lack of faith, their incredulity. Alright? Don't worry about that. Alright? It says, behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the earth, the sword. Okay? Which you do Esau. Famine. Death and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hopeful works are fulfilled. It says their sins have reached heaven. Alright? In the scriptures. Let's since I spoke of about the whole martial law a little bit, we'll go into these, because it's good to, of course, reinforce these precepts. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16 and 17. It says, woe unto me, who will deliver me in those days, which Ezra's seeing these different prophecies. It says, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, and beginning, it says, the beginning of famine, and great, Gadwa Mawath, great death, and the beginning, alright, Bara'ash Yath, of wars, Malchama, alright, and the powers shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? And the powers, these elites, they're gonna, of course, stand in fear, obviously quaking in their boots, because these prophecies kicking off. Alright, so of course they know that they have but a short time. Alright, that's in Revelations, probably 12 and 12 or something like that. Speaks of who the wicked cometh down, Satan comes down on you with great wrath, because he knows but he have a short time. Alright, it says here, behold, famine, plague, and tribulation, anguish is sent as scourges for amendment. He's gonna bring for correction to you, damn devils. Alright, so especially you 2/3. Alright, it says, but for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. And people don't care about these earthquakes that's happening, these wars that's being mustered up. All they care about is as it goes on to being the whole victuals being good cheap in the earth, that they shall think themselves to be in a good case, and even then shall evils grow on the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. Which is we was in that Revelation, at Revelation 6. It was going into when it was talking about this, it was talking here in verse 6 and 6. It says about the whole, it says, and I heard in the midst of the 4 beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of wheat, and 3 measures of barley for a penny. Right? And we have, of course, this whole currency due to this whole hyperinflation and stuff. You have it where these various shops and stuff, you could go in there, you go in there and you spend some bread, for a little bit. You may get like a lot, but obviously the quantity is going down. All right, but of course the prices are going up. All right, but you have to understand that just because it's cheap doesn't mean that it's good. All right, obviously you have it where it's things is genetically modified and shite, you know. Yeah, so a measure of wheat for a penny, and our dollar doesn't, you know, it's worthless, you know, pretty much. Okay, it's just nothing but a fiat currency anyway. It says in 3 measures of barley for a penny. All right. So that's, you know, you go into that victuals being cheap, and people think they're, you know, they're good because they can get whatever little bit with whatever they got, you know, what wee bit they got, you know, because this, you know, this, the whole stores and shit, they set it where, you know, they put these different various bargains out there. All right, you can get 10 TV dinners for a week. All right, 10 for 10, a deal like that, you know, or for $1 you can get 10 noodles, you know, packs, which is full of MSG and sodium and death in itself. Okay, this is why, you know, people are settled on their leaves and such. All right, but when that famine, that ultimate famine come, which, I mean, you have it, you know, because you have the various different scourges the Lord brought with these different different natural disasters, which is gonna kick in. These people are gonna lose it. All right. So I pretty much done already, and I just want to speak on all these different things. The spirit. July 4th had everything, tanks and Trump and scandal. Well, as and I haven't actually hit. I gotta go back to that point which I was gonna make. Actually, which is here in 2nd Edge 16 as well, about the whole martial law. That's what's important. The tanks, and that's just a visualization, a precursor for the whole martial law. All right. Let me see where we got. All right, so here it reads currently. I'm gonna go into see where I gotta start at. It speaks of a man being able to not being able to no being able to enter a city. All right, that's basically the precept that I actually want. But I gotta find it actually. Say this is all due to spirit, so, you know, bear with me. The rest of this is and we got 2nd Ezra chapter 16. It might be in 15. Nah, let me see where it's at. Let me see. I'm just gonna start here and then go from there. It says here, I'm gonna start at 70. It says here, for there shall be in every place in the next cities a great insurrection, which is have an uprising against the government, big rebellion and such, upon those that fear. Let me see. Insurrection upon those that fear Yahweh. All right. Now, let me just, so I can go a point, I'm gonna just put this insurrection in. So insurrection, which is an uprising against civil authority, right? Against the government, just to make sure. Which, this truth is, you gotta go into these precepts repetitively. Obviously the flesh is weak. All right, going back. Where was I at? Got so many tabs. It says here, insurrection upon those that fear Yahweh. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, Edomites, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear Yahweh. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out their houses. And then they shall be known who are my chosen, and they who their elect are, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire. It says in here, O ye beloved, said the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. All right, so the Lord's going to deliver his elect. All right, and you can look up that whole that precept that I kept talking about, which I said, a man shall want to enter a city but not be able to. It's in here in the scriptures, and the second address are second address. I just don't know the trap there this time. I can try to look it up. Slakia. Go and look into it for yourself. Slakia, if anybody got it in the comment board, you can put it up. But I'm gonna close out on this. Call Halayim Lai Yahweh Shem Shabbat Shem Kakodesh, the belongs to elders and apostles at Great Millstone. Who Slakia, if this was a bit long and drawn out, but just wanted to go on the spirit. These we on the loom of war, so July 4th definitely had everything. Had an earthquake, and I believe there was an earthquake yesterday or something like that too. But and that's in California. But we at the end. Shalom to the elect. Shalom.